In this video, I'm going to explain some of the specific ways that I make a halo ring spectacular. So keep watching. I'm Vanessa from Vanessa Nicole in San Diego, California, where I create custom diamond rings for clients all over the world. And today I'm going to explain how I make a halo ring spectacular. The first step is that I make sure that the halo is proportional to the center diamond. Now, some people do like a very thick halo next to their center diamond, but most people, I'd say, they do prefer that halo is very proportional. So that means that it's not going to be very chunky or thick. It's going to be more on the dainty side to allow the center stone to take stage and to really shine and make sure that it doesn't overpower the center diamond, because you don't want to make it look like you're trying too hard. So the point is to accentuate the center diamond and not overpower it. Another way that I make a halo ring absolutely gorgeous is by making sure that all of the diamonds on the setting are set incredibly close together. And I'm talking like these diamonds are basically touching. They're not touching, but they're just like side by side as close as possible. So a lot of mass manufactured rings you'll see are spaced further apart. There are multiple reasons for this. One is because it saves them cost, so they can drive the price lower by saving room on the diamonds. They're not gonna need as many diamonds because they're setting them further apart, so you need a couple less on each side. It just lowers the cost. So for people who are much more price conscious, they're more attracted to the prices that are lower cost. Of course, everyone wants to get a fair deal on their ring, but some people are specifically looking for a lower price. So I think I saw an advertisement at one of the big box stores for like $200 halo rings, and I'm thinking, how in the heck are you gonna get a quality $200 halo ring that's really well made? I don't know. I just don't know. So my rings are incredibly well made. They're built to last. I mean, this is not costume jewelry we're talking about here. This is gonna be the single most used item she's gonna wear every day for the rest of her life. And it has to be made well, and it has to hold up to the daily wear and tear. I mean, I knock my rings on things all the time. It's kind of unavoidable when you're just living your daily life. And so you just gotta make sure that wherever you get your ring from, it's very well made, because it has to hold up. And it's the house that holds the center diamond. So you really wanna make sure that you're not gonna lose your center diamond, that all those prongs are beautifully built to hold in that diamond. So I definitely want to make sure that all of those diamonds are incredibly close together, because what that's going to do is make sure that your eye only sees diamond. You're not going to be seeing these dark, ugly gaps between the diamond. What happens is when there are bigger gaps in between the diamonds, a lot of your soap suds and lotion, it gets stuck up in those grooves, and it's really hard for you to clean by yourself. And, you know, let's face it, nobody's going to a jewelry store every single day to get their ring cleaned. As ideal as that would be, it's not happening with a commercial grade steamer and ultrasonic cleaner. So, you know, it's very likely that just soap suds and conditioners, if you're washing your hair and you're wearing your rings, just get stuck in those grooves. And so by setting the diamonds as close as possible together, you're eliminating the likelihood of larger things getting stuck up in there. So that is definitely a way that I keep it incredibly sparkly. Now, another way that I create halo rings to be gorgeous is by making sure that all of the lines on the ring are just very aerodynamic, very gradual and smooth and feminine. You'll see a lot of mass manufactured rings that are just very angular and blocky looking, and one of the reasons for that is because it's much faster to take your sanding stick and just go with all of the even angles, and it takes longer to make those nice, smooth, beautiful, supple lines that go on a ring that just looks more high-end. There's just something about it. Most of the feedback that I hear from my clients is, your rings, they sparkle more, they feel more comfortable. There's something about them that kicks it up a notch, and I'm doing it on purpose. That's why I do what I do, because I love those rings that just like, they look so good, and they just feel good, and they just look a little bit brighter than all the other rings you see. So if you can take a look at this ring that I just finished here for Bob and Janine, it's a 2.5 carat in the center. You'll notice that while this one does have a split shank on the sides, you don't have to have a split shank, but you can. So the lines of this particular split shank are just very gradual and smooth, so feminine, leading up to that center diamond to really highlight the size, and they're very proportional to the size of that diamond. Now, if you look at the side here, there's nothing underneath the center stone, so all you see is the culet of this diamond right at the bottom there. And and the whole pavilion of the stone. It's beautiful, it allows for easy cleaning, and of course we can add a beautiful design underneath there as well. But you'll see all of the lines. I know it's a little hard because you're not up close in focus here, but all of the lines here are very comfort fit and rounded, and what that does is it just makes everything, the shine, the way the light catches on the polished angles, it's so beautiful. It just looks like buttery platinum. I mean, this is platinum, so it just looks so beautiful, and just like it kicks it up a notch when you see these rounded stems and these rounded curves versus the very blocky, angular 90-degree angles. So that is something that you definitely want to keep in mind when looking for a design that's really going to stand the test of time and look beautiful. And one of the things that I love about creating custom rings is that this ring is going to be made for somebody that you love and that you care so much about. And if this ring is it's meant to be for the person that you care most about. You don't just want to get something stock that you see in a store, and what happens when you take that one ring out of the display case at that chain jewelry store is right when you leave, they put another one that looks just like it right in its place. So when I make a custom ring, I just want to make it unique and special for the woman that it's going to be worn by, because she is unique and special. And so that's really why I want to see a picture of who the ring is being made for, and just get to know her name and who she is, what she does for a living, just so I can make it wearable for her. And that's why I love my job so much. So if you're looking to create your own custom diamond ring, I would love to exceed your expectations. Just feel free to reach out to the studio, and I can't wait to talk to you. All right, take care. Bye-bye.